How's it going, everybody? So today we're gonna do a little top 5 bass fishing techniques for spring, for this time of year. This time of year for us in Minnesota, it is either 30 degrees or 80 degrees. It's just, we're one of the most bipolar states out there, and it does not make sense. So that water could be even extremely cold, or it could be, the shallows could be 50s somewhere. Now, this is the only year, excuse me, this is the first year that we've had bass fishing open year round, catch and release. That being said, I'll be going out hopefully in the next week or so, do some morning fishing and see how that goes, or some afternoon after work. So the water temp should be warming up. But let's get started here. So, my number 5 bait to catch bass with in the springtime has got to be the old tube. Now, you throw the tube out, work it like you normally do, do some pops, throw it behind. I do a lot of river fishing, so I throw it behind rocks and that kind of stuff. And wherever there's low current, and the smallies and largies love it. They'll just eat it right up every time. Now, I throw that on a spinning rod setup. I don't have it in here at the moment, but that is by far my favorite, just in general, to fish with for smallies, largies, even you'll catch pike and muskie on that as well if you get the bigger ones. I use bigger ones for lake trout and that kind of stuff, but that is one of my all-time favorites for spring and just general bass fishing. Okay, let's do number 4. Number 4 has got to be the square bill crankbait. And that one is in, I believe, some sort of craw fire tiger deal. And I believe this is a KVD, if I remember right. I've caught, ooh, that one's splitting pretty good. I have caught so many fish on this. It's unreal. Just cast it up shallow, work it down deep. Just keep on casting shallow, work deep. Do that 2 to 7 feet of water on this time of year, and you should hammer the largemouth bass. Even smallies will eat that. I've caught a bunch on the river with this bait. It's done wonders. All right. Number 3. We got to do with jerkbait. This jerkbait, I believe, is a cutter. Oh, no, it's a 13 whippersnapper. I have caught so many fish on the jerkbait. It is by far, one of my favorite spring, summer, early summer lures. I have just post spawn. I've caught a lot of fish post spawn because we don't have open seasons normally. Besides this year, we can't catch pike year round. We can't catch walleye year round. This year we can catch bass year round, so that's a first. So that being said, on the transitions up to the spawn, throw a jerk. Just work it slow. Do twitch, twitch, pause, twitch, pause, twitch, 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 pause, twitch, twitch, pause. And just keep on working it that way, and you will hammer them. It's normally that pause. Do count of 5 on the pause, and you'll hammer them. Sometimes they'll come up and just smoke it right on the side. I have caught a lot of large pike with this lure specifically. That is by far one of my favorites to catch or to fish with. All right. Number 2. It's got to be a glide. Now this is a smaller glide. I believe this is a 6-inch. Just throw that during the spawn and you'll hammer them. I've caught a lot of fish with this. I throw this on a heavy rod. It's about, I don't know. This one's probably 1 ounce and 3/4, 2 ounce. So, ooh, that's getting blown out. See if I can't get a better view for you. This is a DH Customs glide. These ones you just work slow, work real slow. Sometimes you get them on the pause. So twitch, twitch, pause, twitch, pause, pause, twitch, pause, 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 twitch, 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 pause. Just let it rest. Go real slow and they'll come up. And with this one, it will turn and almost do a 180 and 180 and face directly back. Same vice versa other way. I have caught quite a few on this already. Nothing on camera yet, unfortunately. I will be, like I said earlier, doing some spring bass in here soon. Hopefully we catch a bunch that way. All right. Actually, one more thing for that is these Berkeley, I believe this is the chop block. This is in Golden Shiner. This is a 6-incher. They do wonders for catching largemouth bass on cold water. They're slow. They sink slow. They work slow. You can work them like a jerk bait, like a typical glide bait, and yet they catch. And it's surprising. They're awesome, awesome baits. That is not number one. That is just a bonus for that. All right. So number one, it's a toss-up. Now, this isn't the exact lure that I use every time. I use a lot in the red, a lot in the red craw, and that is a lipless crankbait. I don't normally use a rip and wrap, but I have hammered the bass with this. In one day alone, I caught over 85, probably one. I think the biggest I caught was probably 6 pounds. And for Minnesota, that's a large fish. But in a 4-hour stint, I caught probably over 80 fish in that 1 to 6 pound range, all on a rattle bait. Now, all you do for that is you toss it up right on the shoreline and just start bouncing it back. Just slow bounces. Just twitch, pause, just let it bounce, sink, bounce, sink, bounce, sink. And as you're doing that, you're reeling in just ever so slowly and working along the docks and that kind of stuff, and you will smoke them. Now, the other one, the honorable mention that I have to say, this one has caught more fish in general, not just spring. And it works amazing in spring. I know that Zcast did a video / podcast on these specifically. I'm not trying to rob his fame, nor will I ever rob his fame. That is the bladed jig. They work amazing for spring, for summer, for fall, everything. I use them for pike. I use them for muskie. I use them for bass, smallmouth, largemouth. It doesn't matter. You'll catch them. Now, you can do these so many different ways. Well, first off, you need to be able to put a trailer on there. You need a trailer. Now, what I normally do is I do some sort of swim bait. And because this is red, I run with like a black or a red or like a red pumpkin sort of bait with that. And all you're doing, you can do so many different ways. You can either just cast and reel back in, straight retrieve, just real slow. You can burn it if you wanted to. Just crank that sucker in, or you can cast it. And this is the most effective way for me, as you do the twitch, reel, twitch, reel, twitch, reel down, twitch, reel. And you can do that flutter, and your bait's going to be doing this in the water. And it's going to flash and put off a lot of vibration. And I have caught so many fish on that bladed jig. Now this is the red and black craw color, and they work amazing. Now this isn't a bait necessarily, this is a rig. This is called the free rig. And I've caught so many fish on this free rig. Now, typically you want to use some sort of, not a bullet weight, but like a drop shot weight. And this is a drop shot weight that I've converted. So all you're doing is you put a drop shot weight. It's kind of hard to show you. Freely on your line, just like you would a Texas rig. But instead of a Texas rig, the weight sits on here and kind of pulls your weight down, and it sits on there, and it really affects it. And normally you use a lure or a plastic that's got salt in it, so it floats better. And this will actually kind of flutter up as this weight's going down. And you're using like an EWG style or a worm hook, that style of hook. I don't know if you can see it or not clearly. Let's see there. And you're doing that, and you're rigging it, and this is for great cover, for heavy cover, rock cover. That's what I like to use for that. And it works amazing. Not just for spring, but for any time of the year. This is an honorable mention that I truly love to use. And that's all I got for today's video. Let me know what other lures and what other techniques you want to hear about. I'm open to ears. I can do whatever you'd like to talk about. I know I have vast knowledge about fishing. I have vast knowledge about duck hunting. And if you want to get more duck hunting topics, I can talk more about that. I'm a huge pike and muskie guy as well. So we can talk more about my top 5 for pike, for muskie, for whatever. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.